Grand Anderson, that was a pretty cool win last night.
Yeah, it was, mate. Probably one of my best wins to date. Yeah, just to run down J-Mac and pass him from behind, and yeah, got the job done. It was really cool. Yeah, we've been third on the final night before, so yeah, hoping to go a couple of steps higher and see what happens.
All right, we're back here at Warrnambool. It is night number 3, final night of the Classic. It's payday. Awesome heats lined up. They're invert of 8, so all those drivers that are top points are going to start to the back of the heat, and they're going to move their way forward, hopefully. And it's whoever makes the most progress is going to be starting up front, which could be majorly important, because although they've absolutely soaked the track this afternoon and they keep soaking it, it's not as hot today. Obviously, there's more cars tonight, so that's going to wear out the track quicker as well. But yeah, we're just not sure how long this track's going to hold up. So with a longer feature race, it could mean it's more important to start up front earlier, and you won't have to wear your tyres out as much getting to the front because you'll already be there. So far, we don't have anyone that wants a GoPro yet. Some teams are superstitious, but either way, we're here and it's exciting. So let's check it out. Benny Bishop from Speedway Australia, what are you doing here, man?
I think it's what you call one of those, sales rep type visits where you just come and say hello to people. And I think, Toby, I've answered the same questions about 74,000 times over the last couple of days. So yeah, no, it's good from a Speedway Australia point of view to be at a massive gig, which brings $4 million into this economy. This is a flagship event for Speedway, regardless of what division you're into. So it's good for us to be here.
You don't just work for Speedway Australia, but you're obviously a massive Speedway fan. Who do you pick to win tonight?
Oh, you know what? Over the years of commentary, for me, it's like you sort of grow used to not giving tips because you can't show any bias. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm even less likely to give a tip when you work for a governing body. So.
Really?
Oh, look, I mean, you just, based on form, you'd have to say, well, who's your top 5? You'd have to say Lockie, you'd have to say James. I think Matt Eagle could be a bit of a dark horse.
Yeah.
I think really impressed with the way, obviously, that Ando ran last night. And Marcus Dumpsey was amazing. Matt could be in there as well. I feel bad because there's guys there that are... It's a stacked field. Well, obviously, But like he said in an interview we saw the other day, this is such a brutal night tonight because you've got that third heat. A couple of years ago, he was high points man coming into that last night, and then ran 8th in his heat, and then all of a sudden I think was out of the B main or something. So tonight, man, you've got to pass cars tonight.
Darren, you own the NS4. You've had a fair bit of time off racing, and now you're finally back to it. You've had a busy last month with Ian Matson. How's it been going so far?
Yeah, mate, it's great to have Ian back. He's very professional at what he does, and it's enjoyable to go racing with Ian. So yeah, it's good. 2 years off, and we're pretty keen to get back and do some racing. So yeah, it's good.
You have a decent first night at the Classic?
We have, mate. Yeah, he looked comfortable in the car. We changed a few things, and there's only his 6th night in the car. It's a new car, and we put a new motor in for Mount Gambier, and it seems to be going well. So yeah, hopefully we get a good heat race and see how we go.
What's his mood like going into tonight?
Yeah, look, the whole team's pretty relaxed, to be honest. We're really enjoying it. It's been really good. So it's just good to be back racing, and the Classics, it's the best of the best. So we qualified well and we did well in our first night. So we're pretty happy.
Obviously, you're the owner, but what sort of role do you play on a race night?
Mate, I'm chief mud scraper and pay the bills, mate. I know what my job is, and it's all good. Keep the morale up, and it's pretty easy, mate, my side.
Hey, how you going?
Good, go watch Heat 1 and then see if we can pass him on, Dick.
Good luck, bro.
Thanks, man.
What happened in the heat there? You were trading slide jobs and you guys got together. It didn't look like it was intentional or anything like that.
I was really disappointed. I mean, to be honest, I'm probably more disappointed for Carson and Sean and their team than for me, because I thought that I had him cleared.
Yep.
And I mean, those guys are coming here to win the race. And you know, I know that it affects their points really bad, so I apologise. I thought I was clear, and you know, I'm really sorry for their team.
So you did go and speak to them?
I haven't yet. I mean, it's always a touchy thing. Right now they're going to be fixing their car, but I mean, I'll try and catch up with them later. They don't need me in the lane road at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, you get out of the heat at the moment. So
certainly not intentional, but I mean, it's the heat race of the Classic, and I mean, he's trying, I'm trying, and you know, like I said, I thought I was clear. I certainly didn't see him out the right side of the car, but obviously we've made contact.
And hopefully you've moved or stuck around in points where you were. And
yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, we'll have to wait till they put the draw up for that, see how it goes. We'll be in the B somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like, in the format that they've got, you're not the only guy who is sort of up there in points and same with Carson, and even Lachlan in points, like getting involved in crashes because it's so, I guess, desperate out there to move forward, especially when the track goes away so quickly.
Yeah, well, it is desperate, but I mean, you've still got to have and this is like the disappointing thing for me, that you know, it is desperate, but there's still an element of respect, and you know, you don't want to be involved in crashes. That's why I say it's certainly not intentional, but you're trying your best. Sliders are a hard thing. I mean, everyone that races sprint cars, there's two pedals in the car, and sometimes you see one coming and you have enough time to get on the brake. Sometimes you choose to stay in the gas, and afterwards you think, well, probably wasn't a great idea, but it's part of the sport. Makes it exciting for the fans. But yeah, it's just, like I say, I hope for them guys. I mean, they come out here and they're trying to win the race, and you know, I'd hate to think that I'm the reason why maybe that didn't happen, but hopefully they can get it fixed and have a good run, and hopefully we can get into the A somewhere and get a finish ourselves.
The heats have just finished here on night 3. We're just waiting for the points to come up to see where everyone lines up. I do know that Lockie McHugh will still be off pole. That's because of his first night was he got so many points. So that goes to show how important that first night is, and he really did maximize that. So I think he's still got 10 points more than second on his night, and second is Corey McCulloch on his night. So that means he'll be out of 3 because the inside row is night number 1, outside row is night number 2. So I'd say James McFadden will be off the front row with Lockie McHugh, which is kind of what we all wanted because they have been pretty much the 2 fastest cars. I know Grand Anderson also moved forward in his heat to I think about 4th or so. We had a GoPro on his car. It's funny, a lot of the cars we actually asked to put a GoPro on declined because they're a bit superstitious, which I fully understand, it's their car and they don't have to put one on, but a lot of those cars have actually got in wrecks. So yeah, it's definitely been mixed up. Carson Macedo got in a crash with Matthew Reed, who we also had a GoPro on. Matt Dumsney had a crash. Marcus Dumsney, I think, had a flat at least. Yeah, a few wrecks, and I feel like the wrecks have been because cars are so desperate to come from that invert of 8, and which is understandable. But at the same time, if the track kind of didn't allow for much actual side-by-side racing, then I don't think you would see as many desperate passes. So unfortunately, the track has taken rubber. I think it's only about, not even 20 past 7. It's been really hot today, probably the cooler of the days, although a little bit more windy. And I don't think people really understand how much wind plays a factor. Obviously the sun plays a factor. There's also how many cars are out there, a support class. So there's a lot of factors, and they haven't been on our side at all. But the track work is being done right now. I just had the graders go out and the water truck, and we'll see where the points line up. But for now, we'll get as many interviews as possible. What happened, man? I didn't see it. I saw your car come in on the hook.
Cam Waters
wanted the top of the track, so I just got squeezed into the wall, and yeah, that was all she wrote.
Yeah. Pretty disappointed.
Yeah, pretty disappointing because I was actually doing good. And
Where are you up to?
Oh, it was on the first start, like, but I was doing good in points. I was 12th in my night, and I was most likely going to be in front of the B, or if I was lucky, make it into the A. But yeah, we're done. The chassis broken. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Sorry, mate.
yeah, it is what it is.
I like that. Happy?
Very happy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see it in writing, so no, stoked. I
Where are you out of?
die happy now. 9 in the A. 9 in the A. So
Yeah. That's not bad.
that's a relief.
Have
Yeah.
you made the A before?
No, haven't made the A here. Haven't even made a prelim A, so we're in
was
the
the goal.
Yeah, we're in it, so I'm happy.
Only got to pass everybody.
This isn't right. I didn't get. That's not including the maple flag. And I finished 7th. So I should be starting with the 8
Yeah, I'll go check it. Let's just check race monitor first, make sure that's all up good.
I was told on race monitor if I just restarted, I got the maple flag. Don't do all that. So I didn't.
Yeah, no, you don't do all that. You should get mechanical defect, so I'll go check it for you. No.
Pretty good heat.
Solid, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting third, so
That's pretty cool. Seem pretty happy.
yeah, no, really good. When you have balance as a sprint car driver, life's good.
So it's not like you're just starting a good spot. You actually genuinely feel good out there.
Yeah, generally in that, yeah, and I'm generally in the hunt, so just got to try and make the tyres last 40 laps. That's going to be the hard part.
I feel like every driver's got to have a plan before they go out.
Yeah.
What's your plan?
Look after me tyres. I'm just going to take some horsepower out of the motor, and we're just doing bolt check now, and just got to try and look after it. I think that's going to be the key to it. I think put some hard tyres on it and just try and get me bitumen go-karting skills out and just roll her in, roll out. I think so.
Like we used to
Yeah, back in the day.
drive as straight as possible.
That's it. Yeah.
Have you been running hard tyres like last?
No, I haven't yet. So whenever I do, I'm usually pretty good on them. But Friday night I was pretty bad on tyres, so I need to do something.
Normally bad on tyres, I feel like when I race, no, we got plenty of time.
Bitumen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually I'm the same, exact same, but just Friday nights mine were worse than everyone's. So I need to do something different to try and At least we've got plenty of options. We can take a swing at it come A-main time.
Lee Adams, I just spoke to Wade Onja and he said to come speak to you about doing a couple of laps last time. What do you think?
It was pretty awesome, mate. You know, I don't know, just it all just started off just chuck me in a sprint car and have a bit of a run, but it went to a movie and then went to here I was at the Classic at a world famous track, you know, doing parade laps. So pretty awesome, just incredible, you know, and you know, I kind of feel pretty privileged, so it was awesome, really good fun.
Had you driven a sprint car before?
Yeah, I had. So the Hickmans had chucked me in down in Mildura, and I had a couple of spins, couple of runs in it. So it was Wado's idea to do it here, and then the Hickmans took no for an answer, and here I was. So yeah, it was really cool, really good fun.
I've been asking everyone if they got a pick to win.
Oh, geez, J-Mac.
Yeah.
J-Mac, I think, is looking good. Obviously, tyres are going to be an issue. They're all talking about tyres, so you know, we'll see what happens. But you know, just the experience, I think that's gonna pay off with J-Mac. He might nurse it or do something. So we'll see what happens. What happens.
Thanks, mate.
No problem. Have a good night.
Why are you out of your suit?
It's a couple hours before our AMA, and I thought I'd just cool down a bit, not sweating as much in my shorts.
I missed your heat, and then I saw you come in on the hook, and I was like, uh-oh, what happened?
Yeah, car got a bit out of shape and in front of us, and he was like doing a wheel stand on his back wheels in the middle of the corner and whatnot, and just came down and sort of clipped our right front and gave us a flat tyre and bent the beam a little bit. But we got the mechanical defect flag and still got points for a 6-play finish. So that was enough for us to still get the pole for the A main, which is good. I was a bit worried there when it first happened that we'd be at the back of the A somewhere.
Starting off pole, you got obviously a plan.
Wait to see what they do with the track, I guess. I'd say they'll probably have it reasonably fast for the start of the race, so it'll be a bit like hammer down, and starting off pole is probably a good spot for those sort of conditions, and then once it slows down, just sort of see where the race is going from there. And I can't really plan it too much. I think don't really know what's going to happen.
I tried to get your team owner to have a chat.
Yeah, man of many little words. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you've been running pretty good.
Yeah. Pumped on our qualifying night. Ended up 7th on points, and then ran 7th to 6th. Not the best heat, a really bad start, but happy to lock into the show in 13th. So that's pretty cool.
Pretty jealous of your setup. This is a pretty cool deal.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. Landed on my feet after my last ride with Errol here, and just built this new race trailer, and a lot of time that went into it in a short amount of time. So 2 months from the start to the finish, and we built 2 new race cars. So big effort, but it's paying off. Which is good.
How does that come about? Do you know these people already, or is it just?
No. This was just like a freak coincidence. Fell out of the last ride, and then the phone rang the next day, and he said, "Hey, come drive my race car," and it's just evolved pretty astronomically from there. He had 1 race car and a trailer, and then we've just gone and built up, got 3 or 4 motors now, and it's really cool.
Well, hopefully it's a long-term thing, but you're starting in the middle of the feature.
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan?
Look, we'll just see what the track is. Hey, that's I don't know really what we can do. I'm hoping it's going to be a bit racy, but if it's racy at the start, it's probably going to be rubber down at the end, which is going to be tough. But maybe hold on to the tyres a little bit and make a few early moves, and then just see where we're going to end up.
Yeah, it should be starting out of 8th the way the points were. Me and Grant are tied, but I started out of the last heat out of 8, so the way I see it, I'm out of 8th. So it should be all good. Where I started last night, I was able to move forward. We got 10 more laps. I just got to commit a little more and take care of my tyres a lot more. It's another 10 laps. It's that and fuel, so got to think a little bit.
What were your tyres like at the after the feature last night?
My right rear still had a little bit because it was in dirt the whole time, but left rear was not quite canvas. It still had a little bit, but fuel not so good.
Really?
Yeah, just did an extra couple Ks to everyone else, but it's a long race. Just got to be calculated about it, and hopefully they can dish up a track.
Not the night you wanted, man.
No, it's pretty unfortunate.
What happened in the heat?
Well, they put the slowest cars off the front, and then when they drop it in front of you, you just got nowhere to go. And it's happened. I think that one guy collected a couple people and like good runners in that heat. So you come all this way and the biggest race of the year, and then someone else drops it in front of you. It's pretty unfortunate.
What's the car like?
Yeah, the car's junk. So we'll rebuild, and hopefully for Sydney when, what's that, 26, hopefully.
The next time you race in a month or so?
Yeah, need to go back to work.
Jamie Veal, where are you starting for the feature, man?
At a position 7, so not much different from the points, but it is what it is.
What's the plan?
Wait and see, really. So
that's what everyone's saying.
Yeah, it's so hard to predict. And like the last couple of nights have been consistent, but I just don't know how or what. Like, you've got 2 B mains, 20 laps each, and then a 40 lap A main. So it's just wait and see. I don't even think the track prep guys know what's going to happen. So
we haven't seen much of you myself, but the tyres wise, what have your tyres been like?
Yeah, well, that one was new for the heat, so it's not good.
What about the qualifying night?
Still rubber down in the heats and that, so we were lucky enough we qualified all right and we were out in the first heat, so but feature time they were no good.
Yeah, having heaps of fun. So into the B, had some really cool battles this week, and it's really cool to be able to come here and do the classic. Kind of did it last year, but didn't really count, I suppose. See how we go on the B.
When I spoke to you earlier in the year, you were pretty fresh to it all. Obviously, you raced speedway for a little while, but I can really see that the laps that you've done over the last couple of months have really made a lot of progress.
Yeah, getting better and better each weekend, and we've had a few down weekends, a few ups, but that's kind of a bit with me learning the car, the different tracks, getting the setup wrong sometimes. And we've had some really cool races where I've moved forward quite a lot and had the car, spot on. So, yeah, really loving the challenge of trying to master a car that's totally different to what I'm used to.
Do you have any problems with tyres over the last couple of nights?
I think we're the same as everyone with tyres. They're getting burnt up pretty quick on the rubber, but yeah, I think we've got a few still there, so yeah, we'll be right. We'll throw some more at it for the V and see how we go.
At least I can give you an explanation.
Yeah, that's why we didn't come on screen when we were asking for
that's why I went up there and I'm going, Bailey, could he explain to me? He was getting up here. I'm like, mate, I'm confident down there. You haven't done these right. He goes, no, that's slipped up.
Right, so I'll go see if we're equal on points, and that would then be the test. Thank you.
From when though?
So after tonight, so as of last night they were correct.
Yeah, that's correct.
When they applied tonight's points, they were incorrect. So now we've reapplied them and now we have the correct result.
Jordan Charge made the show, man.
I did, yes. Very happy with that, so pretty cool.
Yeah, where are you at?
Starting 15th, so we just scraped in our night, so yeah, we made a few positions in our heat, which obviously put us in the show, which was pretty cool. Started 6th, ended up 3rd, so no, it's really good.
You're going to be towards the middle of the pack. What's the plan?
Near the back, really. We'll have a bit of fun, I think. Just try our best. I remember last time we did the classic, the year before, we come here and we started dead last, and we ended up finishing 12th. Just went out there and had a bit of fun. So just probably have that same mentality and hopefully drive a bit better.
Good luck, bro.
Thanks, mate.
If you change it, go away.
Ladder?
Yeah, Dom's just getting one.
Jake, just get in and have a breather. Get in and breathe. You got it. Boing. You got about 3 or 4 car lengths. Just run mid-track. You see those angled boards? Just check their torque tube bolts. No, ladder down.
Get that on first. Get that on. Worst case scenario, we cut the strap off.
Or we need a ladder pin, Jake. The main pin. Still got to get it done, mate. Just get a couple. Yeah, I can't let it go on. Have you got any? Anyone got a drill though? I ran a camera off the fence. I was trying to keep my remote close to it.
Unfortunately, some of the spectacular moment on the screen from earlier tonight.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I felt like I was decent there. Long way to come, but glad we could get through the B, and it's going to be a long way to come in the feature. So I think it's going to be we'll just see what they do to the racetrack, but I think surviving is going to be a big deal, as well as having speed, because when you're in the back, you don't want to lag around and then get lapped either. So we just got to make sure that we're smart, make good decisions, and try and pick our way up through there.
I haven't seen anyone move through cars like you did just then. Was there a point where you went from, I don't know if we're going to get there, to maybe we got a shot at this?
We had a really good restart that one time, and I ripped around about 3 cars, and I felt like then I was picking my nose on the outside of the 3 car and thought, man, if I could get around him, like I could get air back on my wings and start laying left again. And sure enough, like that's what happened. It just seemed like once I got back out on my own, I could catch the guys that were in front of me, and then I had a really good restart and ripped right up through there. So felt really good, and I was really surprised really that we were able to get up through there as quick as we did.
What happened in the heat race?
What's that?
What happened in the heat race?
I got in a slide battle with a 92, and I don't know. I probably should have known racing with him. I don't even really know who he is, to be honest with you, but probably should have known to be a little bit more cautious or slide myself or whatever, but he just slid in there, and I feel like I had a split-second decision to try and either get around him or turn underneath him, and I knew I had to go. The pressure's on, the points are there, right? So
the last thing you want to do is back off.
Yeah, and I mean, he just slid across really quick right into my left front, and then I'm upside down. So it's unfortunate, but yeah.
All right, prelims are done, the heats are done, the Bs are done. Carson Macedo made it through the B. I got to be honest, I just spoke to him. I didn't think he would have made it through, not because he's not fast enough, but just because we haven't seen a lot of passing this week. But he had an awesome drive, and I guess things worked out well for him. Similar drive in B number 2 was Jock Goodyear, but he didn't make it through, just missing out. But yeah, he was super fast as well. They're doing some track prep right now. Some sad news is in the B main, Matt Reed somehow got a crack in the screen here, so we're down 1 GoPro, but we'll still have one on Grand Anderson. But yeah, they're doing some track prep right now. The stock rods, or whatever you call them, are going out next, and then we'll have the feature. So yeah, it's good to see Carson's in it, the only American here, and yeah, awesome lineup. Hopefully the track's not too fast from the start and we see some passing. I think either way we're going to see some awesome racing. So hopefully we don't have any other big crashes like we saw in the first B main, where they were welding a pole to fix up in front of the crowd there in 3 and 4. But yeah, pretty cool insight, I thought, that you guys will see. That was cars being fixed on the infield, and obviously the fence repair. But either way, should be a cracking feature.
Back. Look out.
How are you doing?
I hope so. I'm feeling it.
He's first reserve, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit unlucky, but anyway.
Not the best way to make it, but you'll take it. It happens.
Yeah. I've seen it happen 100 times.
You've done it?
No, I've never done it, but...
Was there, I swear I was in an Australian title here, and you did do it. Last
Reserve?
Time, yeah, I started out at like 14 or 16 or something. Or maybe you're in a red, I don't know. There's one Kerry one in. Not unreal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we were first reserve.
Were we?
Yep.
And I got in?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Just making up shit.
I don't know.
You're making up shit. I got on camera now.
That's all right. No, I wouldn't. No, I don't remember.
There's more.
Is it flush?
Let's go. Come on. Come on.
right, I'm out on the infield for the feature. The field's about to go green. It's going to be whoever's smartest is going to win this thing. Let's go green.
How good's that, eh?
What a ripper.
And the family car for a number of seasons from the Model radar is to get the driver the ECP NQ7 and then punch a ticket to a classic win. That's what it's all about. So a number of presentations still
Oh, lap car. Yeah. Lap car ran me fucking ragged. You were still fine though? Like you felt good?
Yeah, I was fine. I just, lap car got me above the cushion here and it was enough for him to get by, and then I think I was faster than him. Once he was in front, sort of game over.
Like he was good?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. He did a really good job. You know, sometimes it's hard to know where to run when you get to lap cars like that with how hooky the track is. And we went high and that lap car chased me up the hill, and it was enough for me to wash my speed off and him to get next to me, I think. You know, coulda, woulda, shoulda, that didn't happen. You know, it's a different scenario, but yeah, they've been fast all weekend. I actually said to Buzz that outright speed, I don't think he's going to be, you're not going to beat him in outright speed. And
you knew you had to make the move early.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, our car was good. We just got really tight in the end, so I couldn't really get off the bottom, and it's just the way it goes, man.
It's like occasionally you can get that massive run off the bottom there and then get missed up.
Yeah.
But the top has been coming in pretty good off the ground. Especially when you're turning it. Good job, Buzz. Fucking Buck, we're going to be pissed. I feel sorry for my liver. It was stumbling bad also. That's what I was worried about when you turned around. Oh yeah. I didn't even fatten it up, I left it.
Yeah.
My left foot is heaps. Hey? Like that or? No, like just...
Thanks, the last 10 when I started running up there, I was just fucking flat out, so I was probably fortunate. And I wasn't lifting down the straights, so it was probably close.
So Kevlar valve covers to keep the valve. You run hot?
Lucky. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
What were you thinking when he passed you early on? Like he knew you had to go for it?
Yeah, well, honestly, I thought the track was going to go away a lot more, so I wasn't too concerned. I was waiting for it to widen up. I thought we would have been on the fence by the end of the feature race, and and I knew it'd be a whole different ball game then. But then, yeah, it just didn't seem to be going away. So
Did you see him at all, or know he was there? Or?
Not really. He got past me pretty quickly. I seen him a couple times up the inside at the end of the race there. Once I got back into the lead, I think there was like 3 laps ago. I saw him up the inside into 3 here, but yeah, just got through the lap cars pretty clean, and yeah, it would have gave me a little buffer, so that definitely helped, I think.
Did you know you had, like, if you had any problems with tyres?
I'm not sure. We went a lot harder tyre, thinking that the track was going to slicken out a lot more than it did, so I'm not sure if everyone else had soft tyres on, and that could have contributed to that a fair bit. But I was trying not to, straights were pretty slick, so I was trying not to buzz the tyres too much down the straightaways, sort of in the throttle a lot in the corner and then lifting right out of it down the straights. But yeah, no, pumped.
Happy?
Yeah, solid for, didn't go backwards, didn't go forwards.
Was the race like pretty fast paced? I know.
Yeah,
Out there, that's like,
yeah, it's
that's
fast.
hard work.
Yeah, you get close to a lap car and I get tight, and I had really hard tyres and probably could have went a little bit softer just to get a bit more drive. But what do you do? Yeah, I'm pretty stoked actually.
Right, features just finished. I am out on the track on the front straight, just going into turn 1 right now. They're still doing podium things over there. All the other photographers and what have you are still over there, but I thought we'd come look at the track. I noticed a lot of the tyres aren't actually worn, they're just really blistered, so most of them, I guess, aren't reusable, like you wouldn't want to run them again, but they're not worn down, you know, to the canvas. They've still got the blocks, but a lot of those blocks are blistered and breaking apart. Basically, that's just heat, but what I did want to show you was the actual racetrack, and I haven't been able to do that this week so far, but if you have a look here, that is rock hard. That is not your normal clay. So down the bottom here, it's still a little bit tacky. You can feel the moisture in it, but up the top, obviously you're not going to run down low on the straights, but up high here where you want to get a nice entry, a nice apex into the corner, nice wide entry, you're going to be up here, and that's right where it's rock hard up here. And then obviously as you get closer to the wall, no one's running consistently up against the wall here, so that's why this is all still fairly loose. But other than that, that's the racetrack we got. I have a feeling that it's probably not his last classic, and I mean, he was my prediction, if you want to put it that way. He was the one guy I thought who's been perfect all weekend, even though he had a wreck in the heat race, but or didn't finish the heat race, but you know, McFadden got by. There was only a couple passes. Some will say maybe it's a bit of a boring race, but you know, I don't really think it was. I think when you've raced, and I guess that's why I'm doing this whole Sprint Car Hub thing, is I feel like there's so much more to a race than 99% of fans would realize. You know, that is such a grueling thing to do when it's a 40-lap feature race, to do those times for that long, and just to do it non-stop. The thinking that goes on, the working through lap traffic, the track evolution of what's happening, tire wear. Obviously there's a lot of blisters on all the tires. You know, they weren't wearing down, but the track was hard as a rock when I went out there. But you know, still a great event after all. I'm looking forward to next year, which will be $50,000 to win, thanks to Southwest Conveyancing, I think they're called. And you know, just yeah, fantastic event. Really glad to have gone down, and I mean, I'm really tired. It's 20 past midnight right now on Monday morning, but hopefully you've all enjoyed the insights from Sprint Car Hub. You know, I feel like there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes that, you know, the general media doesn't see, and I feel like, you know, while, you know, the streaming services and that don't provide that, I'm really glad that I can bring that through the Sprint Car Hub YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll keep doing more of these videos, and also check out sprintcarhub.com. If you watch this video, I guarantee you'll love these. Make sure you also subscribe to us on YouTube and find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if you want high quality sprint car racing merchandise, we have exactly that over on sprintcarhub.com.